All right, everyone, how you doing? Okay. Good. I am gonna get started on episode 18. I already started drawing some stuff. Some different scenes are already finished. Thank you everyone who has ordered the second pressing of the vinyls. They have all been sent out in the mail, with the exception of one, because the address is just incomplete. So I need that person to get back to me before I can send that one. But yeah, so I've been spending the past couple days mailing those things out. It's like kind of like a crazy amount of work to like put all those vinyls in boxes and stuff, but I got it down pretty efficiently now, much more efficient than I used to when I did the first pressing. So it doesn't take me that long anymore. We got a new label printer because printing things out on the old printer was just taking forever. Yeah, so gonna draw with you, Umami. Time to fade away into the chat. All right. Yeah, I mean that's that sounds pretty good because I take forever to get anything done when I live stream, but maybe I'll get something done today. This is for episode 18. I don't want to like make any spoilers or anything, but I guess if you're watching this, you're you're probably going to see this in episode 18. But I won't like explain what's happening really. I'll just draw it. This green here, you might notice, is not a color that I use. That's just because in After Effects I'm using it as like a green screen basically. So I can, the green will be replaced with the static electricity. Yeah. So, let's see here. I need to do a few different things. I think I need to break this car into half. There's another, it's also kind of, yeah, it's kind of not the right, I think it needs to be a little bit more like taller looking like this. Okay. And yeah, I have to cut it in half because there's like panels that are going to be coming out of this thing. So I will, let's see here. This will be the top part of it. If I may ask, what's the music here? Did you write it? I don't actually know what song is playing right now, but it's all my music is, it's basically all my music, because that's, I don't have rights to use other people's music in my streams, but if you're interested in finding it, all my music is available on hexsystem.com, so I just typed it in there, and you guys can listen to some of my older albums and stuff, I guess. Bro, I just want to say your merch is sick as fuck. I got 3 hoodies and the quality's way better than I was expecting. Hey, Shane K, thank you very much, man, for doing that. And I'm really happy that you're happy with the quality of them, because I'm pretty happy with the quality of them too, because that's why I use Teespring. It's just because I find that they have a very good quality to things. So thanks, man, for that. Are you going to be doing more physical art sales? Possibly, but I don't know exactly. There's no plans for it right now, because I mean, I guess I got those, like the paintings that were done for the album art, but I'm not really sure how to do this yet. So we'll see. Can I make Mischief in 3D? Yes, Caesar, you can go ahead and make him in 3D if you like. I have no problems with people making fan art, that's for sure. So go ahead, man. If you know what's kind of crazy, if you type in like Mischief interface, like on Instagram or on Google Images even, you'll find like tons of different like fan art that I didn't even know existed, but like there's a lot of it out there. All different styles and like really crazy, so. Another question, Umami, if I can, are you going to add your music to Spotify anytime soon? Yes, Payzuri, anything pretty much everything's been released to Spotify, with the exception of music in part 2, because that's going to come out later in the year or next year. So if you type in Hex System, you'll find pretty much everything that's already on Spotify, which is a lot of, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 albums, I think, so. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so I have to, let's see here. I have to draw, it's kind of a complicated shot, I guess, but there's a panel that needs to be removed from the car vertically. So I'm going to just, give me a second here. There we go. And maybe a little more on top like that. Okay. Yeah, and I think it's still quite, it's not quite right. It's supposed to be more like a taller looking car. There. So now I can move it down a bit. So let's see here, this panel. Okay. So I'm going to fill this with green because there. Oops. This will all make more sense in the future when I have it compiled in After Effects, but basically the panel will come out of the car. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Let's see. Is that supposed to be a console on wheels or weird? It's a. Well, I'm not going to explain it, but you'll find out what this is basically in the next episode. Arnold Dangle, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Didn't know you're publishing music under Hex System. I just bought Metempsychosis on Interface soundtrack on iTunes. Thank you, man. Yeah, and when I first started the channel, I wasn't sure like if I should like start new. Like I was releasing my music for about 10 years under Hex System, and then I made my channel called Umami, and I was debating whether or not I should just change the name of my band, like my music, or because it might have been confusing if people are like, okay, this is Umami, and then who's Hex System? Like it's the same person really. But then I just decided to just keep it separate because that way in the future, like if I decide to just do music, then I could just be Hex System, you know. And the animations are really Umami, I guess. Everything pixelated style like this are my Umami. So I guess if that makes any sense. Anyway. Okay, so what's going to happen is this panel is going to come out. Oops. It's going to come out of the car. And when it goes up like that, see how the perspective's wrong? I'm going to have to use a corner pin tool or something. Or I might just redo this square in After Effects so I can shift the perspective correctly when it comes out of the ground. I mean, out of the truck. But yeah, for now it's okay. So I have to do a few different things. I have to kind of sort of make the truck feel like it's moving, like animated a little bit, because it's let's see here. Get rid of this white layer. Maybe what got you interested in animation? I'm gonna help you out, Zeb. I used to do like Lego animations a long time ago when I was like a teenager, and then I stopped doing them and then moved on to like live action documentaries and movies or like short films and that sort of thing, and then just got back into animation like when I started this channel. So Honestly, I've been avoiding it for a long time because I was like, man, I don't want to do animation because it's too much work. But like, I don't know. I guess that's kind of a bad reason to avoid something. But I'm doing it now, so. What's the deal with the Teespring? I don't know. Like Teespring, the way it works is the campaign. They have like campaigns where they like do print cycles, and then after 3 days, it like renews. There's no way to just like have a thing on the store forever. Like, I find it kind of confusing. I'm sure other people do too. But basically, if you see something on the Teespring, it will always be there. It just like, it says it's gonna like end in a couple days or whatever. But like, that's just referring to the print cycle. So after like say if it gets a couple orders, it saves them up at once and then it prints them out and then it will renew. If that makes any sense. It's a little bit confusing. I don't know, but that's just the way it is, and there's no way to like change that apparently, so. I mean, I do eventually take things off of the store if I feel like it's like I could have made something that's better and improve it, or, but it's pretty rare, like, you know, that happens. I mean, I took the Christmas things off the store just because it's not Christmas anymore. But I'll put them back up like the end of the year, I guess. Do you speak Russian? No, I don't. But if you're watching my videos in Russian, it's because someone has translated them. Community translations. Hey, Mr. Umami, can you draw mischief drinking a very big can of Monster Energy drink? Well, maybe some other day, I guess. But right now, I'm just kind of doing this because I want to get this next episode out by the end of the month. But you know what, guys? I've been so busy the past week and a half. Like, I don't know if it's possible. I had some like client work to do as well, so. Charles Lemaine. Hey man, thank you for that. This is looking great, man. Hey, thank you, Charles. I hope you're doing all right down there. So you see how it's like I don't know if you can see, but I just basically when I don't want this truck to be like 100% static, so there's going to be like some pixel movement, I guess. That's why I draw it in like. I already have a shot where it pulls up, so this is going to be a different kind of. Anyway. A dude, hey, thank you, man, for purchasing that. I appreciate it. And the merch is epic. I love seeing people's reactions to it. Hey, that's awesome, man. People were saying that they wear the Mischief hoodie like downtown. It's like Seattle and stuff, and the people like they even like know where they know where it's from, which is kind of crazy. I guess there's like an underground kind of person in each city that might be able to recognize Mischief from the internet, you know. I guess I don't know if the web series is super popular, but it's still surprisingly people are recognizing him in some cities, I guess, which is kind of cool. Hey, just found your channel today. Just want you to know Do you draw and animate everything using Photoshop? I do all the drawings on Photoshop, but I use After Effects and Premiere and Cinema 4D. So I use a whole bunch of different tools, but my main drawings are in Photoshop. I don't do all the animation in Photoshop. No, I do like some animation in Photoshop, I do, but not all of it. E. Perez, thank you for the awesome videos. Much love. Hey, thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. I don't know if you saw this, I'm going to ask again. Why do you go Umami for your YouTube channel name just to separate it? Also, why pronounce it Umami and not Umami? I honestly don't even know the correct pronunciation of Umami or Umami. I just call it Umami because that's how I've always called it, I guess. I don't know, man. When I first started the channel, I wasn't really thinking it was going to be as big as it is now. So I wasn't really thinking ahead. Like, I just seriously just chose the name because I thought it would be funny to have it released with like the Ronald McDonald video, which was the first video I made. And then I just stuck with it because I kind of like it, and that's about it, really. Hey Jason, did the Polish influences interface? Where did the Polish influences interface come from? I'm enjoying the series. It's different from anything I've seen before. Hey, well, Caroline is Polish, and I went to Poland for about a month, so it was some influence from traveling there and from Carolina, and I wanted to give the character some backstory, and I thought that maybe if he was Polish, it would, I don't know, just bring something a little bit different to the table. It doesn't really add, I mean, it's not like it changes the story or anything, it gives him a little bit more of a backstory. Yeah. Karuna24. Just want to say, keep it up. I love your art, your merch, your music, and your storytelling. Hey, man, I really do appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the comments. Thank you, man. Let's see here. Have you ever done any animation for Adult Swim? Yes, actually there's 4 little like shorts I've done for them, which they're already on my channel. So basically the dentist one, the bowling one, the Christmas one, and the one where he's in the sewer. Those were all done for like Adult Swim Smalls, which means it's kind of like a bump, I guess. It's like they usually, it's just for the internet really, but they do, I think they broadcast it a few times. I don't really know when, but so they reached out to do those, and I did those for them, which is pretty cool. Okay, so if I play this now, let's see what happens. Just kind of, yeah. So maybe I'll add some more. How did they approach me? They basically just sent me an email. That's about it. They, I don't know how they found my stuff, but it was probably like they spend time looking for things on the internet. Like they look for what's kind of trending in terms of animation. So they reached out to me early last year, I think. Okay, let's see here. It's looking better. Okay, good. Have you ever seen the animated series Confinement? It seems like something you might like. Sorry, man, I haven't seen it. I can't say I have seen that, but thank you for the recommendation. Okay, so let's see here. Save this. KDP official YouTube. Does the UN and Canadian government still exist in Henrik's world, or is everything controlled by Greetings Robotics? Thank you, man, for the super chat. I appreciate that. It still exists. It's implied that the UN is working with Greetings Robotics, just so like they've basically decided as a world government to hire this corporation to clean up some of the problems that they've been facing with these creatures and stuff. So that's about it, really. I don't want to get too much into like the lore of things, but that's yeah, that's basically it. Like. Okay, so I'm going to save this. So next thing I have to do, I'm going to have to draw some hands here because, let me see here. I have Yandex opened up somewhere. Hand. Okay, so yeah, I need some hands. And I use Yandex because I just like how it's just easier. I'm just gonna use this basically. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy the image. So I have to. I'm gonna copy, merge, make a new file. Oh, how big is this? 640 by 480. Okay. Pixels 640. Hold on a second here. What happened to my hand? Oh god, I closed it. Hold on a second. Hey, hold on a second there. Just give me a second here. Sly Mario, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. Okay. I'm just using this image as a basically a let's see here. Should actually make it higher resolution, 800 by 600. Just so I can get the proportions of the hand and stuff, and then I can animate them with some tools, puppet tools, and After Effects. I mean, I could just draw the hand freehand, but it would just end up taking me more time. And okay, let's see. Hey, Sly Mario, no worries, man. I'm thank you very much for the support. I do appreciate it, man. Why'd he turn off the webcam tracker? Hold on a second, guys. Is it not working? Testing. Okay. Oh shit, you know what? Hold on. Oh, he seems to be broken. Why is he not working? Let me see if I can fix that. I didn't realize, man, this is just like the most frustrating thing about streaming. Like, there's always like 100 things that go wrong. Let me just see if I can add them back in. NDI source. Okay. Is he not working anymore? Jesus. Mischief. Why are you asleep? Let me just restart that program. I don't know why it's not working. Okay. Let's see here. Is it working now? Yeah? No? Man. Sync. Internal. Source time. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, sorry guys. I don't want to mess around with this forever if it's not working. But oh, there we go. I think I don't know. My computers just can't handle them today. I guess maybe I should have restarted or something. Honestly, I'm thinking I'm getting rid of this character animator mischief thing because it just slows down my computer and doesn't work half the time. So sorry, he's not moving today. Yeah, it sucks. Lucas Martina, your series is good, so good, and I try to share it with all my friends. Have you seen Serial Experiments Lane? No, man, I haven't seen it, though people have been suggesting it. I haven't seen it, sorry, man. There's just a lot of stuff out there that I really like. Don't have a lot of time to like watch. Like, I guess I do because I watch like movies and stuff, but I just instead of like animated shows, I don't really watch that many, which is kind of weird, I guess. But I'm thinking I'm gonna make the hand a little thicker than the actual drawing. I can get rid of the drawing, just use it as a guide basically. Oh my god, come on, just work. There. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so the story is planned out. I actually have the entire thing in my head now. I know exactly what's going to happen, including the finale. And the finale, when it does happen, it's going to take a while for me to make because I want it to be special. But yeah, that's going to be a ways in the future. I mean, these episodes take me forever to make, so there's no rush to get there, but it's actually a good thing because allows me time to kind of get everything right story-wise. Like I have time to think about it, you know. Don't worry about the head tracker, man. Yeah, yeah. It's honestly like it kind of just overcomplicates things. Streaming on a Mac is really kind of frustrating. I don't know if you guys like. I use a Mac because of Logic software, but like I have a Windows computer here too, and honestly, I just prefer Mac. I just find that. Generally speaking, it's better for creative stuff like Photoshop and Premiere and that sort of thing. Although there are still some bugs with it. Okay, let's see. But there's not like the streaming software on Mac is OBS. I mean, for it being free, you can't really complain. It's pretty amazing software, but their Mac version is kind of, I guess it's a little, it's not as tested. There's not as many people doing it, so really there's not as many people testing it, and that's just the problem with it. Whatever. The Iron Swede. Hey, your video is amazing. Can't wait to see more. Hey, thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. You still drawing on a screenless tablet? Yes, I am. I've really gotten used to it. And I don't know if it's like, if I had a tablet with a screen on it, do you think it might actually, like, I don't know if it would make any difference really, because I've really gotten used to just looking at the monitor and drawing below me, and it's not like a hindrance or anything. So, and I don't have any desk space, so if I had one of those screen tablet things, like it would be just they could take up space, and so I don't know. Yeah, this I got this like $40 tablet, and it's perfectly fine. Like I'm happy with it, and I got the thinner, lighter version of the pen, I guess, Wacom pen, and I'm really liking that too, because it came with like a really chunky one, and it was like too big for my hand. Like it was. Okay, so there we go. Hand, okay. This episode is going to be really trippy. Like, the visuals in it are going to be kind of insane. And I really, like, I'm not going to show you what I already have done, but, like, some of the things I've drawn, I'm just really happy how they turned out. Sometimes I feel like I'm too restrictive with, like, what I'm drawing. Like I can go a little crazier with the colors, you know what I mean? It's anyway. Mosby Sam Bardezel. Thank you, man. Do you ever just doodle for fun? Not really. I used to have like a sketchbook, but I don't really like. I mean, I used to actually, when I was younger, I would doodle all the time, like in school and stuff. Like that's all I would do because I would. But I don't really do it anymore. I mean, the only time I draw things now is when I have an idea in my head and it's like planned out. So. I find that when I just like doodle things now, like it's like it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't look good, like unless I have a plan. Like I feel like when I know what I'm doing, like if I just start drawing things without knowing what I'm drawing or like in a composition in my head, it kind of just ends up looking like not very good. So I try to be a lot more conscious about like the angles and perspectives, and especially with animation, I guess, because like you can spend so long on a drawing and then if you end up not using it, it's just kind of like you just wasted a lot of time there. Sometimes like I'll draw something and it lasts a whole day and like there goes your whole day basically, you know. I feel like I'm in the wrong color space. Nope, it's the right one. Okay, that's good. I just watched Interface for the first time like 3 hours ago. I bet it was stressful to do a project that long, but also insanely gratifying. Hey, thank you, Copper Janes. I really appreciate that. It's kind of weird because like if you just work on it little piece by piece, like one episode at a time, it doesn't seem like such a big thing. And then over the years, it kind of adds up, and all of a sudden you get this like movie-length animation, which, like, it's just like a lot of work, really. Like if I just like kind of did this on my own privately, and released it, I don't know, like that's like too much almost. Like as a web series, I feel like it's a lot easier to make animation because you can just put out something as you make it, almost like in 2-minute clips or whatever, 3-minute clips. Some episodes I make now are a little bit longer, I guess, like 4 minutes. Anyway. If you are writing to me in Russian, you will have to translate it to English. I'm sorry, but I don't speak Russian. I sometimes think I'm the only fan in Russia of your work, which is quite likely. The curse got me drunk again. I think there's a couple fans in Russia. Okay, so this hand is, let me just see here. There would actually be a, this is in the wrong spot right here. This would be a little, yeah. So in After Effects, I can put like pin tools basically and kind of sort of animate the hands a little bit. And the reason why I made it larger, like 800 by 600, is because if I made it smaller, and if you like rotate the hand like this, with using nearest neighbor, and you zoom in, see how the pixels kind of like look gross a little bit, like, but basically if you make it larger and you shrink it down to the correct size, well, I actually did it twice there, hold on. But it kind of like smooths it out a little bit. It makes it like less bad. See how it looks a little bit cleaner? I mean, that's basically if I was using vectors instead of rasterized images, I wouldn't have this problem. And in some ways, I probably could be doing some of this with vectors, because if I import it in After Effects, then I can make it rasterized, but it's... Anyway. It's just one of those things that I've learned over the couple of years animating with this style. will you release a soundtrack? So part 2 soundtrack will come out when part 2 is finished, and that will be, I don't know, maybe a year away, but part 1 is out, and so that's up to episodes 1 to 12. Andre Civic, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, sorry guys if I don't like answer all your questions. I'm trying to read the chat, but sometimes I miss things. So, and if you're new to the chat, I recommend checking out the description of this live stream because I put a bunch of FAQ questions in there. I try not to answer the questions that are in there because for those that hang around every live stream, it gets a little repetitive, I guess. What else? So how's your guys' like New Year been going? I mean, mine's been going pretty well, I guess. Been super busy, just mailing out those vinyls and stuff, and trying to go to the gym because I haven't been getting enough exercise. I felt like a potato. I finally got some time today to go, and it's like super packed because, like, you know, every year around New Year's Eve, like after New Year's, it gets like busy again because people have like New Year's resolutions and stuff, so they try to like lose weight, and then it gets really busy in the gym. Hey, Quark. I do see one of your messages there. Hold on a second. What do you plan on doing after interface? So I feel like when interface is done, like part 1 and part 2, I might start a new series. I don't really know how, if it's going to include Mischief or not, or I got some ideas in my head of what I want to do, but nothing is solidified yet. I'm still working on this. I'm going to be working on interface for the next year at least, year and a half possibly, so that's a long ways away to think about things. It's hard to say really what I'll be doing then. Who knows? Okay, so getting close to After Effects time. Wonder how you get Mistress' voice the way you do. Yeah, I basically talk pretty close to the mic. I speak in a certain way. Just do some pitch shifting with compression and EQing, and that's basically it. Nothing too complicated. I speak pretty closely to the mic so that you can hear pretty much like it, like you can hear crispness even though his voice is really deep. I don't have an ideal mic for voice recording, but I don't want to change it at this point because I don't want the voice recordings to sound too different throughout the series. But like if I were to start a new series, I might get a different microphone. I'm basically using a boom mic, a stereo boom mic, which is down mixed to mono afterwards in post, which is it's not the best because like boom mic is not really like I should be using like some sort of condenser mic maybe with a pop filter or something like that. Excuse me. Hey Umami, can you send a letter to a Russian fan with a written work and an autograph to the fan? So I know Christmas has passed, but I want a little miracle. As a Lowe's, I can do that if you sign up for a Patreon on the $5 tier. It's only $5. I send out a print, and it's signed. And if you want to like if you want me to write a little message, I can do that too. And you don't have to stay on as a Patreon after that 1 month. But it's basically $5. It covers the cost of shipping and that sort of thing. So if you wanted something like that, I can do that. They basically cost me after like shipping and like around $7, $7.50 after printing, and so I actually kind of lose money on that tier until the second month around. Like if someone stays on for longer than a month, which is most people do, so it really doesn't matter to me. I'm not concerned about it. I just want things on Patreon to be like pretty cheap, you know, because I don't feel like people are spending too much money on that sort of thing. Like that's why I put so much effort into the store, the merch store, because I feel that way people get something like clothes they can wear, you know, something more substantial out of it. Anyway, let's see here. Savory, keep it up from an Indonesian fan. Hey, thank you, man. Hey, Indonesia, man, that's pretty cool. It's pretty crazy, man, to get fans all around the world, you know, watching these animations on YouTube. I mean, people like to, I feel like a lot of YouTubers complain about YouTube these days, and yes, there's some problems with YouTube, but like, I don't know, I just think it's pretty incredible what people are capable of producing now. The amount of interesting, informative, and educational content on YouTube, despite all the crappy channels out there, there's a lot of really good stuff too. I don't know if you guys ever follow this channel, Wintergatten. I think it's called Wintergatten or whatever. He made this marble machine, and he's got all these different videos basically explaining every problem he's run into, every little troubleshooting sort of thing, and he goes over how he overcame these problems, engineering problems, and it's just insane. Like, you can learn so much, and it's honestly overwhelming how much stuff is on YouTube now. Like, it's insane. You can learn pretty much anything, and it's only going to get more crazy when more people upload stuff. So anyway, I just think that's how I think about it anyway. Try not to focus too much on the negativity. There's a lot of YouTube channels that just, you know, focus on negativity and stuff, and they don't see the positive. Okay, let's see. This hand is looking pretty good now. Hey man, big fan of your work, both interface and standalones. I've been sharing End of an Era to people over the past year. Whirlpool Town, thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna try importing this into After Effects now. Let's see if I can get some preliminary animation done with the hand. Okay, so I'm gonna save this, open up After Effects. Umami, have you ever done any other major projects that aren't usually brought up or discussed? Well, not currently, really. I mean, Some of you guys know about my other YouTube channel called Stereo Chroma that I work on with Carolina, and it's like a documentary channel. So that's like another major project, but it's kind of been it's not like I don't put as much. Well, Carolina does most of that work now. It's mostly just me working on interface. So we filmed a video of a ceramic artist recently, and that's going to be coming out hopefully within a month. So there's that. I get. Oh shit! I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of ruining this. Like I'm showing you clips. Don't look. I need to make a new project so you don't see this stuff. You didn't see anything. Okay. Episode 18. What's this called? Car close-up. Do you need a visa to live in Canada or even visit it? Rainers? I think you need like if you want to like move to Canada, you need like a visa, I think. It depends where you're from. Depends on the country, really. If you're from the United States or if you're from Europe, I think you can just kind of visit without a visa, like a travel. You can just go. But you have to. It's only for like there's like a limited amount of time. I forget, 3 months or something. I don't know. I don't really know, man. What am I doing here? Okay, what did I just today. Okay. Gabriel Ruth. Good Mr. Umami, I unexpectedly loved Sonny Boy by John McCormick from your Crust commercial. Do you listen to any other old cathartic pieces? Recommendations could kickstart my exploration of the genre. Let's see. I'm not really super into like old music, honestly, but I do kind of enjoy that song. There's something about it, like there's just some sort of warmth that I don't know, like I felt when I listened to it. I got a playlist called Enjoyable Sounds on my YouTube channel, and it has a whole bunch of different music, mostly pretty recent though, I guess probably within the past 20 years. So if you're looking for like recommendations, I guess you can go through that and see if you find anything you like. But I basically used that song because it was old enough that I didn't think it would be like claimed copyright wise. It was released on a public domain site, but also, well, I did like it when I listened to it. I mean, it's hard to find something I like, but when I do like it, I end up using it. So those are many of the reasons why I use that song. You shot who? Just want to let you know the Burger King video brought me to tears. It's probably one of my top 5 YouTube videos. Hey, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. Hey, Umami, I'm from Australia. I do animation / corporate video / bartending work. Thinking of moving to Canada to work overseas for a year or two while I'm young. Would you have any advice around this? Overseas for 2 years. Okay. Yeah, so I can't speak on the job market of Canada. It's not the best, to be honest with you. So if you are going to come over here, I think you would be best to try to apply beforehand to multiple different companies so that you have something when you arrive. Even if it's just like not even in the same field, but like just, we have a lot of video game companies in Montreal. So maybe if you have any skills that could translate to that, like animation, you might be able to land something here. Or in Vancouver, there's more like of a film industry, so but I don't know what it is in terms of animation. It's a lot of visual effects like 3D animation and compositing and that sort of thing. But to be quite honest with you, in Montreal, the salaries and stuff are very low, so it's hard to really giving you advice. But if you just want to expand your horizons and stuff, kind of experience a new land, I definitely think you could come up here to Canada if you don't mind the cold and stuff. And yeah, let's see. Corporate video, yeah. I mean, for corporate video, I kind of got out of that. I mean, I still do it a little bit, but I was just finding that like it was kind of just like a lot of competition driving the price down to a point where it's not really like the clients expect a lot for almost nothing now, and it gets kind of it's just kind of like a draining job, I guess. That's just my opinion of it, but yeah, I say if you're gonna come up here to Canada, I would try to get something lined up first, if that's possible. In which case, you would have to get a work visa because they're pretty strict about that sort of thing. But even if you just want to come up here to Canada just to visit for, see what it's like, I would recommend that too. Montreal's pretty cheap to live in. Vancouver's extremely expensive. And Toronto is quite expensive as well. But you might have more job opportunities in Toronto. I'm sorry if that doesn't really answer much of your questions. I've been kind of out of the market recently, like just been focusing on these animations, so I can't really speak on what it's like to really be out there in the job market now. Okay. Let's see. Jose, are you a hard synth guy or PC DAW? Right now I'm using Mac DAW, so like Logic, with a MIDI keyboard. But I kind of want to get into hardware synths. I just really been waiting to find one that I really think would be cool to use, and there's this one called the UDO Super 6 that's on pre-order now. And you can find like some demo videos on YouTube, and it's like a brand new company, brand new synth, and it's like half analog, half digital, and that looks pretty sweet, honestly. But otherwise, I just pretty much use like sound recordings and pretty much all software-based synths and stuff. So I used to use like a VCR to I like to record things to VCR and then bring it back into the computer. This sounds like tape warble and that sort of thing. It's tough almost anywhere, honestly. However, the experience of working abroad might provide some pleasant memories, learn new culture and cuisine, plus some stuff to put on your CV too. Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of benefits to kind of expanding your horizons in that way. Just don't go with modular if you don't want to kill your wallet. I'm not like, I've seen modular synths and I don't know if it's for me, because I kind of but yeah. Anyway, let me try to get this hand in here. What's going on here? The car is there, and duplicate this, and put the hand in. Oops. Okay, there's the hand. Thank you so much. I've been to Montreal once before, and it was a beautiful city. Yeah, oh man, Montreal in the summertime is like amazing. And honestly, in the wintertime, it's pretty nice too, because like the canal freezes up and you can go skating on it. And there's like ski hills all surrounding Montreal. It's pretty much. I like it, Montreal. You know, it's nice here. I wish I had like a. I don't really go out to the ski hills though, so yeah. I should try changing that. It's just been super busy with this channel and stuff. So okay. So let me just see here. I got a hand. I might do something like put a camera in so that I can animate the camera, because what I might want to do is have the camera start I guess it only works in 3D. Hold on, screw that. I'll do something like different. .640 by 40, 640, 720. Okay. I probably should have picked something a little bit simpler to draw for the stream. Nana U'mmäːmi. Oh yeah, Hugo Award nominations opened up officially, and I put Interface Part 1 on my ballot. Trying to get the word out to my fellow voters. Hopefully they will really like the show. Hey man, that's Nana U'mmäːmi. Thank you very much for doing that. That is pretty cool and nice of you to do that. That's awesome. We'll see what happens out of that. I appreciate you spreading the word and all that sort of thing. Thank you very much. Okay, let's just see here. I can get the hand going. I'm gonna put some puppet tools. One, two, three, four. Okay. Just counting on my own finger where things should go. Let's see how this looks when I drag things around. Ooh, yes! I'm not going to do anything crazy, it's just going to be some pretty subtle stuff. Just basically have the hand pinch. Benjamin. Hey, dude, thank you very much for that. Appreciate that, man. What is that blue blob in the corner? It looks sad. Oh, well, that's Grimace. I don't really. I mean, man, he's been there for a while. I should probably update this like stream interface. It's I think that was like the second animation I made. Let's see here. Okay. Brandon Corner. Just a little show my thanks, I guess. I don't know that. Appreciate your work. I should tell him keep it up, Justin. Hey, thank you, Frank. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. I was introducing my grandfather to Interface today. Love your work so much. Hey, Catherine Finch. Thank you for that. How did your grandfather like it? Elisa Cass. My cousin and I love Interface. I keep her updated on new episodes. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you, Elisa, too. Kind of thought you were a strange anomaly like Pilot Red Sun or Filmmaker. Nice to see your process interface is incredible and inspired. Yeah, man, Pilot Red Sun, he's pretty like a private guy, I guess, because like it's hard to figure out what he's working on sometimes. And like I'm a huge fan of his stuff, but it kind of just like comes out when it does, and then it's like you don't hear from him, and then but then when he does make something, it's like this bizarre thing that you've never seen before. Like it's crazy. I really loved his last video. Anyway, okay, let's just let's see here. Scale, rotation. Okay, rotation. That's what I'm gonna have to tweak all this stuff later, but I'm gonna try doing like a rough animation for now. Change these keyframes to auto Bezier. Actually, I think I have to. I think I have to save this car in pieces. So this is car close-up BG, and then oh no. I made some problems here. You know what? It's not a problem. I got an idea. Just let me delete this. Okay. All I have to do. What the fuck? Stop. I don't know what was going on. I must have imported something by accident. Okay. Take this card, duplicate it, cut it in half with the mask tool. Probably should have just done that. Would have been easier this way. Yeah, that's all I needed to do. I don't know, I just didn't do that. But sometimes you don't think of these things when you're doing them. Okay. Me and my girlfriend ordered the new vinyl. Fucking hyped for it. Hey, Amelia, thank you very much. I'm excited. They went out today basically in the mail, so they should be showing up soon. If you're in the United States, it usually takes within a week, I think. If you're international, it might take a little longer. Yeah, the pressing color, like it's like it looks really cool with like the lighting and stuff because it's like semi-transparent. So if you get like the sunlight coming in on it, it kind of like goes into it, and then it refracts on all the different vinyl grooves, and then it's got this like black kind of glowy. It looks really sick. Cause that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm pretty happy how that turned out. So it's neat, for sure. They can do all these crazy different things with vinyls now. It's like, anyway. I'm trying to get the cost of the vinyls down. I know they're kind of expensive. It's just because I order them in quantities that are not huge, that the cost is kind of high based, you know what I mean? Like if I ordered 1,000 at once, the cost would go down. But maybe when I do part 2, I might order more at once, and the cost would be lower because I think when part 2 comes out, there'll probably be more demand than there was when the first part came out. But it was more demand than I was expecting, honestly. So anyway, okay, so let's see if I can get this hand spinning forever on this hand. Puppet. One thing I don't like about the puppet tool is all the keyframes for the individual points are like they're in here, and I don't know if there's a quicker way to do this. I don't know if someone with like After Effects skills knows about it, but I have to like basically open them all up. Okay, let's see. So now at this point, let's see if I move this hand. You know what? There's probably too many points here. I think I'm gonna get rid of one of them. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Even like get rid of that too, I think. If interface ever gets complete, someone should put the entire thing on a cold resistant storage medium, put into a rocket, and launch it into deep space for other life forms to figure these out. That's pretty funny. We're in Ireland, so it'll be a late Christmas gift. Oh, okay, well, yeah, it'll show up in a couple weeks, I think. Xavier 1324. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. I think a fan of you of my recommendations. My friends and I watch your videos on projector when we're on break. Hey, thanks, man. That's pretty sweet. Okay. All right. Let's see how this looks so far. If I zoom out, the hand kind of opens up. Okay. At this point, the hand will be higher up in the sky too. And also, it's like way too big, so let me just scale it down. It's supposed to be like that. So position, let's say it comes down at this point. This finger is going to be masked out so that it will look like it's going behind it. Another thing is, if you zoom in here, see how the depth, the size of the black line is pretty thick there. The size of the black line on the hand is almost not thick enough. So sometimes what I can do is, I can do this, I can go outer glow on the hand, set this to normal, set this to black, change the size down to 1, the range down to 0, change this to precise, and all of a sudden my black outline is looking pretty, like it's looking a little more consistent, you know what I mean, with the rest of the drawing. It's one of those little details. Mars Pies. Hey, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. Okay. Let's see here. So. The hand goes down, and then it picks up a piece of stuff. Okay, so then it goes back up. Maybe it will drag it out forward like this, and then upwards. So we go like, and then at this point it will rotate a bit and go a little bit higher. Okay, and also because the perspective would, I think the scale would increase a little bit just when it gets to this point, so maybe like change to 46. Okay, and also now I can smooth these out. Hey, I gotta go. Pazuri, I was honored to see your stream finally, and I'm sorry for my dumb question. I'm sorry, man. No worries about your questions. Thank you, man, for hanging out. John Tiata? Is that how you pronounce it? Hey, thank you for the comment, man. I really do appreciate that. Have you ever watched Has Been Hotel? It's really good. I did actually check it out recently, and I did not watch the full episode, but it was pretty crazy. It's like intense. Someone mentioned it a while ago. I wanted to check it out. I really like the style of the characters. I think it's pretty cool. What's your view on life? Is it pessimistic, optimistic, etc.? Who are your favorite writers? I don't think I'm pessimistic. I'm pretty optimistic about things. I try to have a realistic understanding of the world and the sort of things that happen in it. Can make anyone a little bit upset, I guess. But you know, I feel like there's no point focusing too much on what you can't control, and that's all I really have to say about that, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so I got this coming out of the ground here, and okay. Okay, this is looking all right, I guess. How often do you stream? I don't really stream that often. I used to do it more often, but now it's about once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month. The reason why I don't stream that often is because I really don't get much work done. Like, as you can see, all I've really gotten done here is drawing a hand. And when I'm not streaming, I'm able to focus a lot more, and I get like a ton of stuff done at once. It's just, so when I do stream, it's just because I want to hang out with you guys, really. Okay, so I want to get another thing done here. So I'm gonna make a shape layer. And I can adjust it later, but basically it's going to represent one of the green cards that's going to be coming out of the truck. And so, how do you change the color? Oh, okay, right. So it's gonna be green so that I can key it out later, and I'm gonna add the same black outline that I just applied to the hand to the shape layer, except that I'll make it thicker because the shape layer has nothing. Okay, there. Now I will put it in the correct position of the truck so that when it slides out, it will come out like this, basically. And it's actually better this way than the one I drew because I can change the position of the corners so that it matches the perspective of the shot. So I'm going to move this where it should be, like right about there, I guess. Oh, got a super chat here. Gunnar Channel. Would you date a girl with a six-pack, but she thought cartoons were gay? Well, yes, I suppose I would, I guess. It depends on the person, though, if they had a nice personality. I mean, I feel like you don't need to enjoy the same, like, movies and stuff all the time, but I guess, I don't know. That's a strange question, but thank you for the super chat. Umami, have you watched Containment? Hey, sorry man, I have not. What are your thoughts on Lord Bung's series? I've checked it out for sure, but I haven't really spent enough time to really make an opinion on it. It's like, it's too much. There's like a lot of stuff out there to watch, and I just can't get into all of it. Honestly, I don't really watch that many animation channels on YouTube. I watch a lot of like kind of scientific stuff, like structural engineering videos and safety videos. I don't know what's wrong with me, but like if I see a video about water hammer, I'll watch that instead. Then I don't know what it's like. I don't know why I find it interesting, but yeah. I don't know, man. Okay, let me just see here. Okay, I gotta get this hand picking up my square. So at this point, oh, what's going on? Okay, so roughly at this point in time, the hand will be coming out. Actually, you know what? What I should do is have two different hands. One hand at this point, right here, and another hand here at this point. So at this point, I can take my shape layer and link it to my hand so that it comes out sort of on its own there. See that? But the position of the fingers in the wrong place, so I have to adjust the keyframe on that too now. So that's right here. Oops. Yeah, this is gonna need some work. This is really kind of complicated. But basically this square comes out and then the perspective gets all messed up. So at this point it looks okay, and then here maybe I'll start changing the perspective of the square. So path, and then at this point it's starting to look weird, so maybe if I take the, oops. Yeah, that's it's looking okay, I guess. Jesus. Hey, let's read. What's going on, man? Would you date a gay cartoon, but she thought girls were 6 packs with 3 X's? I'm confused what language you guys are speaking, but it is a very confusing one, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to say yes. If you like engineering, you should watch How It's Made. I don't know if that's what you mean, though. Oh yeah, man, I used to watch that show all the time. Hey, Rolo, what's going on, man? Do you get embarrassed when people you know watch your stuff? I do. Not anymore. I used to, for sure. When I was younger, I used to make like Lego animations. But now I don't really get that embarrassed about. I guess I just kind of got over it. I don't really know. I guess it depends what it is. If it's like someone listening to my music, it's not embarrassing, it's just kind of awkward. Cause like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, I made that, but I don't know, I don't want to be there when people are listening to it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. It's kind of stupid, because like, people on stage like play music for people all the time. But I think it's like, if it was like my mom listening to it, it would just be kind of like, oh my god. I don't know. I guess that's natural, eh? When you mentioned Water Hammer, did you see Practical Engineering's video on it? Yeah, man, that's specifically the one I was thinking of in my head. I legit got bullied for my Lego animations. Hey Rolo, that's see, that's just not right. People shouldn't be bullying you for being creative. That's just like, but I can kind of like, I don't know, like even as myself, I sort of get it. Sometimes like people feel like you shouldn't be creative, I guess, and I don't know. That's I hope they didn't bully you too badly about that, but yeah, whatever it is, don't worry about it too much, because if you're making something, you're being productive, you're being creative, you're adding value to the world, you know? So, I think. Also, whatever it is that you made paid off, because the stuff you make now is quite hilarious and I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, man, Jordan Hewland. I've seen Mustard's channel for sure, and his quality is like amazing. He's a really good animator, 3D animator. The hand there. Where's my puppet tool? Okay. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. Sort of. This shot is not going to be very long. It's okay. It's starting to look okay. I got bullied for my Lego animations too, but to be fair, I did deserve it. They were trash. Snoopy Dog, Dodge Man. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, some of the Lego animations I made were pretty cringe. Like, I used to pretend, like, I used to do the voice acting for women characters as myself. And so I would just try to talk with, like, a high-pitched voice. So... I mean, those things I pretty much just kept to myself. I didn't, like... I think they were on the internet for a long time ago, and now they're not, so... I mean, I was like 14 at the time, so... Have you watched Staying Positive in the Apocalypse? Nathan Mitchell. Yes, man, I am. I just watched one of them last night, actually. I think it came out yesterday. And it's pretty good, man. Like, he's crazy. I don't know how he gets those animations, like, so lively. Like, I don't know. I can't, that's one of those things that I'm not very good at, honestly, is the dynamic fluid animation. It just, but maybe it works that way. My style is kind of, it's more stiff, and in some ways it's stylistically different, but it's almost like you see some of the stuff that he does, like if the guy kicking a television and having it like move in space and stuff, and yeah, it's I don't know how he does that. It's really I guess maybe he must like do some rotoscoping or something, but either way, it's a ton of work, and yeah, I'm happy for his channel because it's, I remember like a while ago, it wasn't very, like no one was watching his stuff, and I was like, but now it's just blowing up, so that's awesome. And so, and he collaborates often with the Minute Hour too, which his stuff is also increasing in popularity, which is excellent. I'm like to see all these creative people that I've been following, it's like finally, man. What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Hey, man, I haven't seen any Star Wars movies really since, like, the Pod Racers one from 2003 or whatever, right? Actually, that's not true. I did see the first of the most recent remakes, and to be quite honest with you, I was not impressed. There was like one scene where they're like blowing up a planet, and the laser beam just kind of like splits into three, and it blows up 3 planets. And I don't know, like if they, like, I don't know if they were like trying to save time or something, but I just feel like if you're blowing up a planet, or if you're blowing up 3 planets, it should be like a 30-minute like sequence in the movie, like with crazy visuals and stuff. The way they treated it was just sort of just like 3 red lasers going into a sphere and then the sphere exploding. And I don't know, I couldn't, a lot of the scenes too I felt were kind of like an amalgamation of the previous Star Wars, but then like made into a new movie. I don't know. I can't get into Star Wars too much, man, I'm sorry. I'm much more into the Alien franchise when it comes to like space movies. The Mandalorian's pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I haven't seen the more recent ones, so I heard The Mandalorian's good, but I've been tainted by some of the other movies they made, and now I don't know. I'll probably see it sometime when it comes out on Netflix or something, though. Feels like classic Star Wars in the sense that it has its influences, Western and samurai films, that aren't just confined to Star Wars. Nostalgia as a Star Wars agnostic, I like it. Okay, yeah. Fun fact, Baby Yoda is 50 years old, and he died when he was 1,004. So, dude, someone's been like changing Baby Yoda's diapers for like 50 years, and they probably died while he was still a baby. So they never actually finished the job. If you think about that. Unless he was raised by other Yodas. Okay. Did you study art or music at school? Meta cynic. I didn't really study music at all. I did study art history and drawing and painting and filmmaking. But music, I just kind of did it on my own, I guess. From I don't know, just from my influences from the music that I listen to. Oh, right. Okay, I'm on a different hand now. Transform, let's see here. Effects. Hey, Mr. Umami, can you please say my name? You have a calming voice. Abtumadhi. Is that how you say it? Abtumadhi? Daniel Bowling. Your animation and music inspires me. Much love. Hey, thank you, Daniel. We appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't really talk that much throughout the day, so when I do talk, I'm pretty quiet, I guess, because I just don't want my voice to dry up. Okay, let's see here. I gotta get this hand. Get the finger in the right place. Okay, so it looks wrong right now, but that's because so I'll show you. If I take this shape layer, I'll make a duplicate of this, put it up here, and oops. Oh God. I think I have to do something else. Make a new shape layer. Track matte, invert it. Let's see, does this? Oh God, I'm confused. This is one of those things I can't do on a live stream because I don't have to like think about it. And you know, my last name is pronounced Hoogland because it's Dutch, so many people pronounce it wrong. Hoogland. I had to approve your comment there because YouTube thought you were saying ho or something. Hoogland. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay. Yeah, because I guess if you were just English, you would pronounce it Hewland. Sounds like a sound. Looks like a sound G. What do you do other than Umami for a living, hobbies, etc.? Well, honestly, now I'm just doing YouTube, like these animations pretty much as my creative outlet. Like, I don't really, I guess I play some video games, but hobby-wise, I mean, I go biking, I go swimming in the summer. I don't really do as much painting as I used to, just because I've been working on these web series, but I'm gonna have to let's see here. Can I add a mask to a shape layer? I should be able to. I'm trying to do that. There's my mask. Oh, I think I'm applying it to the wrong thing. I think it'd be easier if I just applied it to the finger. But maybe not actually, because it's got the pin tool. Oh god. Okay, this is something I'm gonna have to fix on my own. But basically you get the idea. Card comes out of the truck and picks it out like that. That's what I did today. It needs a lot of work. It also needs a background. So your main source of income, or do you have a full-time job? I do some work on the side, like corporate videos and that sort of thing, but now mainly it's been enough that I'm able to just do this animation. You know, with like the music sales and everything from people buying vinyls and merch, like it's been helping me out a lot. So I can just sit here and work on the web series, and that's what I've been doing. Every day I try to do something. And I do some work for clients and sort of thing, but it's to a lesser degree than it used to be. So, Mr. Umami, what's your favorite book? Let's see. I don't read as much as I should be now, but I think the last book I read was something like something Physics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. And it was just kind of like a general science book, I guess. It was sort of interesting. Favorite book? I don't really have a favorite book, but I guess I read this book a long time ago in high school called Shantaram, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty long, which is, you can get into it for sure, and I'd say maybe that's one of my favorites. Any more Adult Swim content in the pipeline? You know, they've asked me to, if I wanted to do more like smalls for them, and I told them I'd think about it, but basically I am just I'm not really interested in doing more smalls for Adult Swims, if you know, because I think that making stuff for my own channel is probably the right way to go for now. I don't really need like the Adult Swim. I guess it just makes more sense to make stuff for your own self. Like, you'll own the copyright of your own content. It's more valuable in the future. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So nothing in the pipeline for them. Nope. Let's see here. Mesh. Okay, I gotta get this finger going here. Okay. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I'm kind of just like repeating myself now. Lil Reynolds, my mom really likes your art. She says thanks. Hey, thank you for that. Thank you for the comment. Astrophysics for people in a hurry. I recommend you A History of Time by Stephen Hawking. Best physics book for no scientists. Hey, thank you for that, Mark. Mark Threck. I think I actually have that one. It's at my parents' house though, but I might have actually read like half of it, but I don't think I finished reading it for some reason because I like moved or something. But yeah, thank you for the recommendation. I should check that one out. I don't know what it is. Like I kind of like when I read books nowadays, I can't get into like stories and stuff. I just try to read like science related things or like a historical thing, like historical book. Something just with like general knowledge, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Animator shout out. Do you watch Joni Phillips? She is just starting her new series on here, Secrets and Lies in a Town of Sinners. Nana, I have not heard of her. However, I'm going to check her out right after the stream because you mentioned the name. And so, listen, thank you everyone for stopping in and hanging out with me today. I'm going to call it quits for today. So that's it basically. If you guys are interested, I got more of those second pressing vinyls and I'm going to be sending those out this week. And thank you all for your support, everyone who was just came in here to talk with me and those who have super chatted as well. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to try to get this episode out by the end of the month because I'm going to be going away at the beginning of January, February, but there's no guarantees. I'm going to try to work on this every day up until then, but hopefully I get it out because if not, maybe I'll put a bonus video out instead. But all right, guys, thanks again. Talk to you all next time. Bye-bye.